Okay, what's up everybody? It's Icy Cubes back again, making a tutorial video on how to make any type of mod for Staxel. But what I mean mod is like a block. This video is just going to be mainly towards blocks. I'm using a program called Magico Voxel, and this is the one I would recommend for making like blocks slash items in the game, because you can get other versions or other programs, but either you have to pay for them or they're a little bit harder to learn. But basically all you need to know is rotate is with your right mouse button, and to pan around is with the middle mouse button. It actually says it down at the bottom. So basically what we start off with doing is just eliminate everything, and just know that when the red line is on the bottom, blue line's up on the top, and green line's back there, that's when you know you're at the front of the model right here, and this is going to be the front, so you don't mess it up. Kind of doesn't matter when you put that in the game, but just wanted to point that out. So also, a normal model is 16. This is a one block model right here, complete legitimate one block model. It's 16 by 16 by 16. That means 16 faces on front and back, 15 faces on the side, and 15 on the top and bottom. So just wanted to point that out. But if you want to make something that, like say a desk, you would want to kind of change it. Maybe say, like if you want it to be 2 blocks, you would change this one to like 32 and then hit enter. Well, actually do it the other way around. Sorry, my bad. A little bit late at night, kind of forgetting the rules to this. You would make it like this way. This is a 1 by 2 block area. Maybe possibly you would want to make the height a little bit taller. So if you want to do that, you would put this at 24. This would be 1.5 blocks high. I want to show this off right here so everybody understands how this works. 16 is completely 1 block. I actually wrote this out, so I'm going to go open this up. It should be right here. 16 is 1 block, 24 is 1.5, 32 is 2 blocks, 40 is 2.5, 48, 3, 56, 3.5, 64, 4, 72, 4.5. Just wanted to show that off. I could actually put a link to that in the description, so hopefully I remember. But this will be a key factor when you put this in the game. So what we're going to do actually is make like a little nightstand table that is actually similar to the one that I have in my room, and we're going to make it 2.5, and I'm going to make this also, or actually this one right here, 2.5. So you can, or 1.5, sorry, my bad. You can follow along with this if you want to make this as well. But what we're just going to do is start off with our color palette. I'm selecting color palette 1, 2, and 3 have basically just white and gray. 0 is like really bright colors. This is like a little dull. But just keep in mind here is that if you use, say I want to use this brown right here, and you want to try and use this palette, it's going to change colors. Just want to warn everybody about that first. But let's go and just start this off. So what I would like to do is turn on the X mirror, which is going to mirror everything like side to side like that. So what we're going to do is just go 2 blocks in and make like a little slant on the legs like that, and we're going to erase it, the ones that we had, like so we could add these in. We're going to come back and we're going to go back pretty far. So the way this table works is there's like a bottom layer and a top layer. I'm just doing 2.5 just to make sure I have enough room, which I don't want to run out of room. Maybe I'll move this back by 1. Yeah, so you can also use this paint, which I don't know what it does, so never mind. Don't listen to me. But you can select like this, select these vertices right here, and boom, there you go. Now these back legs we're just going to make completely go straight down Now what we can also do to these legs, since we added some room, is actually make them a little bit like a three-dimensional, just by adding a few of these like little rings to them. You can work around like how you want to do it, so just mess around with it. Just try and be creative as much as you can, just to basically make like something. It doesn't even have to look perfect, like that's just something random right there that I don't even know what the heck I just did, but it looks pretty good. It honestly makes sense in a way. Just erase that one because it's not connected to anything. Yeah, so then you can also do it back here, because if you have a rounded model, it's kind of hard to make something round with squares. So just try and get as creative as you can. You can also add another layer up to here, and also add these. Just gotta turn the Y on for a second so it does that back there. But it didn't. Okay, that's weird. And then just go one in again, and then just drag, and now you got like a little bit of a rounded table. And I'm just taking a little quick peek back on what this looks like. So then what you can do is I'm gonna go with something like this. This is gonna be very basic. I'm just gonna point that out, and for the fact that this is as bare as it gets on learning, because I don't want to make it something too complicated, because that's up to you what you want to make. I've made a few things already, and I'm kind of proud of it. Actually, my typewriter that I made is actually the most popular thing on the workshop right now. Which, hey, if you learn how to do these things, you can get there. I got really lucky though, because that was the first thing I made. So just keep working on stuff like this. If you want to do digital art, then you just gotta keep putting work in, keep learning. It doesn't always have to look perfect. I just want to point that out to people, that people critique their work too much, and sometimes you just gotta wing it. And that might sound stupid to like beginner artist, but I'm honestly serious. Any type of art, so just keep practicing it, because you're gonna get it someday. Might not be now, but it's gonna happen sometime. You just keep practicing and practicing. But that's it for my little motivational speech. I'm gonna add, maybe, I might change my mind on this. But something like this. I don't like it. But see, you just work around with things. This is kind of something that you would put in like the side of a wall or something. Actually, what I do want to do is I want to even that out with the bottom, like I did with the back, and actually bring this down. And there we go. So basically, you can add, like, if you want to put something on this table also. So I'm just gonna feel like I want to put like a flower pot or something on here. So let's go try and do that real quick, which should be pretty easy. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. I'm just gonna go out like that. Now, if you are going to do big models, and I will actually show this off at the end of the tutorial, if you're going to do big models, try to hollow things out. Because if you don't have a good computer yourself, or if you want to think about people that don't have good computers, hollowing it out will eliminate like most of the render time for people. And I think that's something kind of considerate. I'm actually gonna do it right here, even though this is something small, but those holes right there, no one's ever gonna see that, so just hollow it out. I guess that's something that's a good tip, especially if you don't have a good computer. I'm going to turn off the mirroring here, just because I want to. Now, unfortunately, I am going to actually like make this on an offset, because I don't want this to be completely symmetrical. Just going to put that in. We can actually erase that and get this one gone. I think maybe this could be like a little sunflower. Oh. I think we should try this. Now, how much space do I have? One more. Or you can make it kind of like a little tulip. Oop, wrong color. This is the problem I always have. I always forget what color I used, and then it's like, uh-oh. Hey, there it is. So let's just erase this one again. Oh, we can't go up anymore. Okay, now we need to erase these ones that are out here. Just like that. That's not that bad. It doesn't look that appealing, but it's not bad. So now that you got your model, I always would encourage you to just save it as something. And I have a folder on my desktop right here that just has different mods that I've made. These are the saves, so as these say right here, Vox files. So I'm going to do like why am I saying slash? Nightstand right there, and we're just going to save it. Then what you do is you go, see, this is a folder. You want to go to your, I'm just going to go run through this. I have this clipped over here, but if you don't have that like that, you go to this PC, so you click right here, OS, Program and File 86, Steam, Steam Apps, Common, Staxel, Content, Mods, and then right here. This is the folder that you're going to want to export this to. But if you want to put this in a mod pack, I could put it in this one, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to put it in this, and I'm going to name this folder Nightstand Mod right there. And what we're going to do now is go back over here and hit this export QB. You want to make sure this is in QB, and now what we want to do is go back to that folder. So if you didn't just like, you can go over here actually, and if I go back, you can right click this and you can, oh here, pin to quick access, which is right here. This is how I do it. It just creates a good workflow. And if you want to make more mods, this will speed up the process. So I have it right here, content, mods, and then we go back to the nightstand mod, and we're gonna save it. So I didn't make all the mods that are in my folder. I've downloaded some from the workshop. I just wanted to point that out because not all of these are mine. I made this one, the one we're making right now, but it's getting a little off topic. So make sure your file is safely in that folder that you want it to be in. You can drag that over yet again. Now we're going to go open up the common folder again. Go back, so you want to have two different folders open just so you can have one to look at. You can, I'm just going to put it on this window. And then you're going to go to the bin, so we're on the right folder over here. And we are going to scroll down and we're going to go to Staxel Asset Manager. This is the part that you have to wait for this little thing to load. It loads all your files, and you hit View, Tiles and Objects, Tile Assets, just like that. You can, I hope I didn't go too fast right there. Then you're going to click Assets, Add New Asset. This is the part, this is why I like this folder open. So you're going to look at this, this, and this. So what you're going to do is lowercase mods dot, this is case sensitive, so you want to make sure you have everything. NIGHT STAND MOND, just like that. So you're going to put periods in between these, and then you're going to type the name of the QB file, just like that. Then you're going to click this asset why did I say pad? Button, and then you're going to go back and you're just going to click on this little thing that says content right here. Then you're going to go over to this folder, click mods, go to the folder that has your mods, so mine's nightstand mod and it's right here. Click in there, just type the first letter of the file, click it, then delete, just double tap the backspace, and then just type TILE. Enter, nothing, object, okay. This is the part this is how you add it in the game. So what we need to do first is go to categories. I'm going to make it table, if I can spell, nightstand, again if I can spell, side table. These are going to be the words that you search when you're in game for this. Then you're going to go to components. This is how much it's going to cost in game. So let's say we want to make it $15. So that's how much you're going to buy it for. I'm going to remove the mineable. I'm going to make it hammerable, which means you can break it with a hammer. Then you hit OK here. And then we're going to scroll down, and this is the part that I want to point out. This is why I have this text document right here, so this is going to be vital. We're going to go back in, so ours is 16 by 24 by 24. In this case right here, you're going to click right here, everything's going to be 1 by 1 by 1. Now if say this last 24 was 32, you're going to go click on the Y and make sure that this is the Y that you click on. I should have actually made this 2 blocks high, but make sure this is the Y that you click on right here, because these flip around. Even though this is X, Y, Z, these two right here flip around. And this is because the program that the makers of Staxel use, this program right here, it has these two flipped around. So as you see, the blue line right here is going up, and the green line's going back. They're flipped around. They're in reverse. So I just want to point that out, that you flip these two around. So if this was 32, Y would be 32. Hope that makes sense. But if you have to adjust your size, then you go here, click on your model, and then you're going to scroll down, and your attachment directions, just type in all, double click this button right here, and then all again. And the one thing that they don't point out in their directions, which I'm going to point out, you need to have a place sound, so you can just pick anything that you want. It doesn't really matter, so I'm just going to go wood because our table's wood, and that's it. So now you're going to hit Control S, save that, and now what we're going to do is click File, All Assets, Build and Validate Asset, and you're just gonna let this do its thing. So it's gonna go through this bar. If it takes long, that means everything's perfect and it will work as soon as possible. But if not, then you're gonna have to read the little arrows that it has. So we're just gonna let this load. It usually doesn't take that long, depending on how fast your computer is, depending on what you have open. A lot of things open right now. But then you can just close out of this, go actually to the game, and then you're going to hit play. Now this is something mine just does, but normally it would ask you have a new item, if you want to install it. Actually, just going to shout my own thing out right here. Right on the bottom page, if you have the game, you see this right now when you launch it, so awesome. Thank you, everybody. So this is gonna run the content builder, which basically installs everything. I have a world that I actually have, what's it called? If you don't have the shipping station or the shipping catalog, you're not going to be able to get your items just yet, but down the road in the game you can. It literally took me my 3rd day on this map to get it. 3rd or 4th. So this is the shipping station right here, and inside this is the shipping catalog. So basically the things that we typed in before, like we typed in table, and it has a lot of other tables. So let's go to our other one, nightstand, and here it is. You can actually see it right here. I could have added a few different textures, but like I said, just standard bare to the bones. So we order it. I'm gonna just click this so we can actually see it in game. So here it is. I'm actually gonna go into my little house here. I'm gonna break this table because it's ugly. And we're gonna see what this looks like. Doesn't look too bad. So you can, if you set the right settings, you can set stuff on it like that. But haven't figured that one out yet. But yeah, just there's your table. I could have moved it back one. Don't know why I didn't. But yeah, that should be everything. Here's a little view of some of the other stuff I made, like that. But yeah, that should be it. That should be everything for everybody to know. Hope you enjoyed, hope this helped, and I'll catch you in the next video.